Tell them run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it up, no sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now, check, no drip, just wet. Tell them run it up, no sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch. Tell them run it up. 9 out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice, send.
We are here. We are here. Ebony Sports Reporters. Again, I apologize for last week. I had to be with Queen Quet, and things got a little crazy. They were drinking alcohol, smoking cigars, trying to get some lemon pepper wings. I apologize to the public. Ben Troop, I'm so glad that you would not participate in this foolishness, brother, because I know you were a responsible person. Now, that Coach Rob DeLoach, that Coach Julius Hall, they are corrupted. That Coach Robert Bryant, that Coach Bernard Brown. So again, we got Ben Troop in the house, our brother. Glad to have you here. Yeah. We got Coach Rob in the dark. I ain't gonna say nothing about what Coach Rob and Coach Carter did to me. That made me pull my groin muscle even more. But I'm gonna leave that alone from Tuesday. I'm gonna leave that alone. But then also Coach Julius Hall. So we are here. And so tonight, because see, we can't even trust them. Can't even trust them. I'm gonna say this right here. Well, we want to the audience, anyone in the audience, we want you all to send out to us who should be in the Savannah, who from Savannah High should be in the Hall of Fame. Because if I ask them, they're all prejudicial. So we're now gonna do this. The audience now tell us who should be in the Hall of Fame from Savannah High School. So that we're gonna throw it out there, but also throw a shout out to Brittany Griner. She's still there in Russia. And folks not talking about it. We're gonna be one of the shows that are gonna be throwing it out there because again, we gotta pay homage to her. Let people know we support our people, and so we're gonna move into this right here. Bruce Arians, and now your boy Todd Bowles. What's the deal with that? So we're gonna go Ben Troop. What you think about that right now?
I love it. I think sometimes the thing about a guy like Bruce Arians, you got to look past what he does, X's and O's. When Bruce Arians was in college, his roommate was black. Back when they wasn't letting nobody do that. So his love for black excellence goes back a long way. When he was with Arizona, he had the first female coach on his squad. He got a female coach with Tampa, and they got one in Washington, and they got one in Carolina. The thing about Bruce Arians is it's not by coincidence. Black offensive coordinator, black defensive coordinator, woman on his staff. He's all about giving opportunity, right? Todd Bowles, this is second go round. Most times you're a black head coach and you fail, that's it. Ain't no second. So Lovie Smith was a coach at Tampa. He's on his third team. Todd Bowles, and what's the cultural significance? Todd Bowles still has Byron Leftwich as his offensive coordinator. So now that's a black man getting to help another black man, hopefully get ahead. Let me say it this way too. I don't want to come off like we begging for black men to get head coach jobs. If you don't want to give them jobs, that's cool. Eric Bieniemy, Byron Leftwich, Jim Caldwell, and the list goes on and on. But when you look back on Bruce Arians' career, make sure you look at his staff. Look at the color of his staff. So, and if you don't think that kind of stuff matters, if you've ever been in a position to hire people, how do the people you look hire? And I'm not telling you who to hire, but I know that Miss Arians is a white lady, right? He's married to a white woman. He loves black people though, and it's proof in how he does it. So shout out to Ty Bowles, Bruce Arians, because Ty Bowles got Tom Brady now, so we're gonna see just how good of a coach he is.
And that's what some people threw out there because of that right there. So Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, when Bruce, me and Bruce are good friends, and he first called me and asked me whether I wanted the job, and I told him I wasn't able to get away right now. Could he wait another year and coach Tom, and then I'll come? But I think that they should give the job to me next year if Todd Bowles doesn't do what he's supposed to do. But I'm all for him. I think Byron Leftwich deserves a head coaching job also because he's a student of the game. And I applaud Bruce for all that he's doing. That's even Harbaugh making Colin Kaepernick the captain for the day for the spring games. I love that too. It's showing recognition that some people outside of the executives are giving recognition to us.
Why can't we get to that as a topic? Why you had to discuss it right now? I'm like, why?
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't see it on my.
Well, I'm just saying somebody threw it in there, so I'm like, so we take in everything, and so so Coach Rob DeLoach had left, and I was gonna do this. He had left because this is what he had wanted to do. He was probably doing this right here, Coach Rob DeLoach. He was probably doing this.
Real recognized real.
Yeah, because this is what you was doing. This is what you were doing. Because you were doing this all last week.
He was in the dog. He was in the dog.
Yeah, because he was doing this. So, Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts with regard to Bruce Aaron, Todd Bowles, and what not transpired with them Tampa Bay, folks down there, them Bucks, topping off the Raiders?
He's just being very consistent to who he is, and Bruce knows, we're gonna have to do extra than most of the other, coordinators. It's strategic, but that's who he is. The other part about it, about Bruce Arians, he understands family. And my understanding when he was in Arizona, if you had a daughter or son that had a birthday party, you was at practice, he would fire you if you didn't go to that birthday party with that child. So he's a very high character guy. And I mean, who wouldn't want to be on the staff?
All right. So we move on to another thing, another little item. What's up with the transfer portal? What is up with the transfer portal? We're going to go to Coach Rob DeLoach. What's up with the transfer portal, Coach DeLoach?
Which one you want, football or basketball?
All of them. You know what? Whatever piece you want to take. We'll move on because we got Coach Julius Hall.
What's up,
Coach.
What's up, Jesus?
Look like he had the club.
What's up?
He in the parking lot. He waiting for the doors to open.
Hey, where them cars at? Where the AT&T?
Ain't taking me to no club.
Hey, Jesus. Hey. What's? And then go swipe it again. Hey,
Yeah. He show up to meet me when it's time to go to bed.
Hey.
Congratulations on your marriage tomorrow, James.
Hey.
I need to be in bed in the next 2 hours.
Hey, look here. He can't hang out with me, man. He in the ATL and they around here got me looking at gun smoke. Come on now. You bigger than that, y'all.
That's what we do. We sitting in the garage watching gun smoke, get ready to fry some fish and okra. A good, relaxing bachelor party night. No strippers.
Hey,
See, Jamar is pleased with you. All right.
Hey,
Thank you, Jesus.
let me tell you something right now. Hey, Coach, and Jules, and who the other? I can't hardly see who the other young man on there.
He is so inebriated. He can't even tell that's Ben Troop. He's so inebriated. This is a shame. It's a shame. His eye.
Hey, welcome, Jamal. How you doing, man? I'm sorry to interrupt your show, but you know what I'm saying.
It's not my show. It's a collective show. It's not my show.
I'm sorry. Hey, that's right. Why the hell I'm gonna say sorry for you and I'm part of the show? Come on, man. We bigger than that.
I'm going to apologize to all of America, the viewing audience in America. I'm going to apologize.
Hey, don't apologize. We here. Hey,
Jesus, tell him to let me go to bed in about the next hour and a half.
hey, he gonna be a married man tomorrow, so step over there. He gonna be a married man.
I've been running around all day trying to finalize stuff. I'm tired.
Hey,
All right.
he bigger than that. All right.
This
Food
is
stamp benefits saw a
Go
rise
ahead.
this year.
This is how they acted last. This is how they acted last week too. So okay, well we're gonna go on back to you, Coach Rob DeLoach. The transfer portal. We just throwing it out there. The transfer portal. What is up with it?
Since we still in basketball season, I was on the phone with several coaches last night and just asked what was the number of basketball players, boys, that are in the transfer portal. And as of 10:30 last night, it was 1,015 kids that are in the transfer portal for basketball. And they're coming from winning programs, Division I, high majors, just finished the tournament. They're just moving. And the girls for Kentucky had 3 of their starters that beat Don Staley in the SEC championship, went in and transferred immediately. So I'm kind of shocked because it's definitely not about winning. And I think it's more about opportunity for these kids to do whatever they think they're going to do to get to the next level.
Yeah.
And so it's not about Power 5. It's not about this. It's their own personal choice, and they had the leverage to do what they want to do. It's free agency.
Yeah.
So, Ben True, what's your thoughts with regards to the transfer portal?
I think it's more of a perception problem. I think when you've been highly recruited your whole life, you think that you got a lot more options. You think that even if I go to school X and it don't work out, I can go back in the portal. Somebody gonna snatch me. That's gonna happen. It all comes down to need. I mean, you got to think 85 scholarship guys, 25 new scholarships every year. What I want to say, maybe like 30-some guys play on Saturday. So if you talking about the fact that you got to think that sometimes waiting it out is better because somebody gonna bring you in because you've been acclimated to college, but they gonna talk the way who you was with. So if you going from school, they're gonna talk to your coach and then what type of player is he or she. So I think it's more of a perception problem, and there ain't nothing you can do to stop it at this point because you got guys that really want to play, right? But the lies that are told on the recruiting trail, you got to maintain that when you get there. And if you've ever seen that movie, The Program, they're gonna lie to you to get you. And then once they get you there, and sometimes you just ain't good enough. Like some guys, they just ain't good enough. So it's. I think right now in football, I think it's like in the foul, it's like 2-3. It's a lot. It's like 3,000 kids in there. So when you think about that too, Deion Sanders already said he ain't recruiting out of high school no more. He's going straight to the portal. So we'll see.
All right, Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts with regards to the transfer portal?
Well, when they start paying the athletes, everybody want to go somewhere where they can try to make an impact and make money. You want to be recognized now. You don't have time to wait no more. So those guys, if you got that many guys in it, athletes in it, just in basketball, that says something right there. How many in from football, Ben?
Like 3,000.
It's over 3,500.
Yeah.
Wow. Look at it. They're gonna have to do something about that.
Most of them are never coming out though. Like the misconception is you go in and come out. You're not most of them unless you go to a smaller school or a school that don't got a big name. That's gonna be the rest of your collegiate career, and it's cycle. So once 2023 comes, they ain't worried about you no more. They done moved on.
All right, Coach Bernard Brown, which I'm frightened to ask you, Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on the transfer portal?
I agree with what everybody just said. It's not about winning no more. It's about opportunity. You know what I'm saying? All these kids, matter of fact, we had like probably about the top 10 ESPN down here at Swanee this past weekend, and everybody just looking for opportunity now. If they feel like, hey, South Carolina is the best opportunity, they're gonna transfer. If they feel like Georgia or whoever, it's not about winning no more. And you know what? Sometimes what the NCAA doing and everything. I don't blame them, man. Your best they're looking at this your best opportunity to go to the next level, and that's what we look at, their best opportunity to go to the next level. I can't blame them. I don't really have nothing bad to say about that. And you got to do what's best for you and your family at the end of the day.
I just had this. Shaquille O'Neal's son, this would be his third time transferring. And that's Shaq's son.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the little young guy, he was playing, I forgot his name. He transferred 10 times. And his last stop, I don't know, was whatever his last stop was. And now he's gonna be in the NBA draft when it come up. So it's opportunity.
All right. So now we go.
Hey, them schools don't have but 2 days. They don't have but 2 days to make a decision whether they transfer or not. 2 days. So that just lets me know that those kids, they want to get out of there. They want to play. A lot of times they go to these Division I schools and they get to sit on the bench because somebody's better than them. They might be a freshman. Somebody's better than them. They want to play. They want to play right away. So it's going to be a lot more St. Peter's out there in the Elite Eight before it's all over. I remember VCU, when VCU made it all the way to the Final Four. I think that's probably when it started. So it's going to be a lot of these small schools going to start making these Elite Eight and Final Four. And these kids they're not going to stay. They're not going to stay. They're not going to stay at these Division I schools if they're not going to play. They're going to transfer. And I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it at all. If a student want to leave, let them leave. They need to get paid, but that's a different story. And a lot of their parents, some of these coaches, they probably don't even like the coach. That's probably why someone transfer. They don't like the coach. They're not getting no playing time, so they enter that transport portal and they leave. And I don't see nothing wrong with it.
And JJ DeLoach is at VCU right now. He went to Herschel V. Jenkins High School, Heaven V. Jenkins High School, and went to Berkmont. And so now we move on to the next topic, and that is Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is upset, disappointed that they're not making a major playoff run. Some people are concerned about Bill Belichick. What's your thoughts with regards to that, Coach Julius Hall in the AFC?
He let him be concerned all he want. Brady gone unless Brady want to go back to New England. The Patriots are finished. The Patriots are finished. You ain't got to worry about the Patriots no more. Brady was their saving grace, and that was it.
Brady ain't the only person that plays football. Somebody else got to come up. So ain't nobody worrying about Brady. And the owner is all about money for them. The Patriots gonna be just fine. And the quarterback that they have, he's gonna be just fine. Watch, he's gonna be there for 15 years.
Hold on, y'all. I got this, Jesus. Let me correct this right now.
The kid can play.
Listen, you do not interrupt anybody on the Ebony Sports Reporter. You have to take your turn when Jesus called you. So at the end of the day, you have to be quiet until somebody call you to talk.
Hey, Jesus.
I got that.
So Coach Bernard Brown, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown?
My thought is JB needed to wait his turn.
Sorry, Jesus. I just got the sports in me.
With regards to Robert Kraft and the views of the Patriots, what's your thoughts on that, Coach Bernard Brown?
You know what? At New England, like Jules said, New England's gone. He need to just go ahead and, But you know what? On a serious note, I think they got a good quarterback. And at the end of the day, they got a long way to go. And it is what it's no Brady gonna come there and save them. So he just need to go ahead and stay out those massage parlor and move on.
Okay. Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts with regards to Robert Kraft?
Hey, man, he's just like Jerry Jones. He hanging out with Jerry Jones, man. They're just stacking that money. You know, they have won, and anybody watch the game, it just comes in cycles. So eventually, it'll circle back around.
Better get a charger. No, this.
And our brother Ben Troop, what's your thoughts with regards to that?
Man, no one cares about the Patriots complaining about not winning. Man, they had a 10-year run. They went to like 10 AFC Championship games. Most teams they never even went to a Super Bowl. They went to 10 straight. Hey man, the AFC not caught up with them. Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, Russell Wilson, Josh Allen,
David Carr.
David Carr. So Derek Carr. So look, I'm sorry, man. Feeling sorry for the Patriots, like feeling sorry for the Yankees. I'm not gonna do it. Not happening over here.
And the Lakers.
And the Lakers. You're
Not
right.
feeling sorry for them.
Both Jamar teams.
That's my team.
I'm a Braves fan. You think I want to hear from a Yankees fan? You don't get up out of here, man. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nothing about that. I live in this. How bad it is. I used to live in Tampa, Florida. Across the road from the Bucs Stadium is where the Yankees got a stadium. You know who don't got a stadium in Tampa? The Tampa Bay Rays. The Tampa Bay Rays don't got a stadium in Tampa, and the freaking Yankees do. Man, get out of here, man.
So we move up, but there was a statement thrown out. What about the education of those who go into the transfer portal? So that is a concern, especially if people are transferring. What's going to be that impact? And that is real. So, but now we're going to something. All hail the Tar Heels. All hail the Tar Heels. What's your thoughts about that, Ben True? All hail the Tar Heels.
Listen, I need everybody to put on to be UNC fans this weekend. We need to bring down the evil empire known as the Dukies. I cannot listen, Coach K. Let's go. Listen, get him up out of here. I done had to deal with Coach K my whole life. I'm sick of him. Good riddance. Listen. One of probably the greatest to do it, but UNC, Michael Jordan Jr., anybody, we need to get him up because you know what? If he wins on Saturday, they're gonna win it all, man. Because there's no way Coach K going to the chip and not winning. So UNC, do us a favor, treat him like you treated him the last game of the season, and get him up out of there. There's only two people who want Duke to win. Duke fans and Georgia Bulldog fans, because they sure don't root for Georgia basketball. They root for Duke basketball. So we want to get them out of there.
Coach Rob DeLoach, what's your thoughts with regard to that, Coach Rob DeLoach?
Get rid of the devil. Plain and simple.
Coach Bernard Brown and Coach JB, what's your thoughts with regard to that?
Hey, I'm agree. Hey, North Carolina, they playing good ball. Matter of fact, they're one of the hardest teams since the March Madness start. And the way they went ahead and went and took care of St. Peter's, I think I want them to take care of Duke and let little man go on and back to Catholic school or wherever he came from, or Jenkin Warriors or whatever. North Carolina, whoever win this game gonna win it all.
The defamation and slander that goes on this show is something else. Defamation and slander and libel. All that's right. Coach Julius Hall, I'm too scared to even ask you, Coach Julius Hall, what is your response with regard to this?
James was right there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he can. Go ahead, Coach JB. Go ahead, Coach JB.
Hey, man, they don't lost against Duke twice this year. They always choke when they play Duke. I love North Carolina. I love them since the 80s. But they not gonna win. They're not gonna win. They're not gonna. I'm serious. They're not gonna beat Duke. They're not. North Carolina just really started clicking, doing the March Madness. They haven't been really playing that good all this year.
Yeah.
They just got hot and they're winning. And St. Peter's, if all those other teams would have stopped their defense, the way North Carolina won, St. Peter's wouldn't have made it that far. So I ain't gonna give North Carolina all the credit. Kansas can beat them. So I don't think they're gonna win it all. And I doubt if they're gonna beat Duke. They got the team, they got the defense, but I don't think they're gonna do it. This Coach K last year, they playing for Coach K. They motivated. They got a lot to play for. They want to win it off. To send them out with carrying them on the shoulder like they did McMahon for the Oakland Raiders. That's what they're gonna do for Coach K. I love North Carolina, but I don't think they're gonna do it.
Well, I think that emotions is not going to beat talent in this Final Four. These boys, like Bernard was saying earlier, I was watching the college basketball. These boys, they leave it all on the court. They leave it all on the court. These were some of the best games I've seen in a while. And I was looking at the NBA last night. I got up and went to bed. It was boring. It was boring. Phoenix and Golden State was playing. It was boring. I went to bed. Unless it got good the second half, I went to bed. But
It did.
I like North Carolina to win it all.
All right. And I put something on here. The Black Five Foundation, the Black Fives Foundation. That is a foundation tied to, again, Negro League baseball. But you have, again, the early basketball teams were African American, some all African American because they were segregated. And the Black Five Foundation is a foundation that puts out, even though I'm going to put a secret out here, this cap, people think this is an HVJ cap. This is really not an HVJ cap. This is the YMCA, the 12th Street YMCA in DC. They're called red and gray. So, I have some of the caps, and that my thing was put out there. What do we need to do to start some foundation to promote our culture with regards to athleticism here in Chatham County? Again, I'm just throwing it out there. What can be done for us to create the Black Five Foundation that, again, to go spark the foundation of athleticism in Chatham County, especially on the African American side? And we go with Coach Bernard Brown and Coach JB.
They need to start with all the youth teams. I can remember when Foresight, Boys Club, all these recreation clubs that we used to have back in the day, and we used to go to different neighborhoods trying to decide where we wanted to go, what side of town we wanted to go to. Did we want to be with the Whippers? Do we want to go over there on the east side to play for Foresight? Our parents supported us. They dropped us off. The coaches took us back home after practice. It was like love and community. So you need to bring the community together, bring the parents together, like a PTA meeting. Bring everybody together so that they can come up with some ideas to try to form something like that. My mom used to drop us off at Foresight. The coach used to pick us up when mom was working. It was a love for the game. And I think we need to get back to the love of sports, because that's what kept us together. That's what kept Black people together back in the 70s and early 80s. We had something to do. These kids don't have anything to do. There was a kid at the hospital. This kid was 6'5". I tell no lie, 6'5". The boy was only 14 years old. I asked him, do he want to play basketball? I don't know anything about basketball, because nobody is teaching these kids. So we need mentors. We need mentors. We need something like the YMCA. Yeah, we got it, but you don't hear the kids saying they're going to the YMCA. You rarely see kids out playing sports on the playground. So there's no type of structure. There's no type of structure. So I think that the Black community needs real strong Black leaders to come together to form some type of coalition like that.
All right.
And I yield my question to Julius Hall.
And I yield back the remainder of my time because you answered it all for me.
We'll go Coach Rob DeLoach.
Well, unfortunately enough, there's not enough Sam Carters and Ben Troops and in our city to help out, but it all starts at the house. So, for me and most of you all on here, we started out playing youth sports in our neighborhoods. And especially in the Black community, those parks that we grew up on are no longer utilized, kept up for the kids to even play in the neighborhoods. But if we don't demand anything, then we can't expect anything. And until we start holding people accountable for who, we elect in these seats or in our own communities, then it's not going to change. And most of you all know we just had a kid that was just got killed yesterday, was on the state team, Savannah High championship team. They've now lost 3 guys off of that team since 1998. So, it's a lot of work to do out here. and all of us doing some portion of trying to do better in our community. But it's going to just take more than 3 or 4 people.
Right.
All right. Ben Troop, what's your thoughts with regards to that?
Yeah, I agree with Coach Rob. I think before we can do anything, we got to be able to be a unified front, like as grown men. Because if we can't agree, it trickles down. It's almost like we got to be able to do all the work and not care about who get the credit. I think sometimes, a Robert DeLoach home is what you will hope every kid has, but that's almost like a fantasy now. You talking about these young boys out here. So I think the main thing is we need to act like Savannah is what we know it to be. We don't got to live where the trouble is, but we know where it is. So we got to treat sports, like a safe haven. But if we can come together, man, it really don't matter who say no to us. If Rob speak and they say what me and Rob said, I said whatever he said, I second that. Like, because they'll pull from each of us individually and they'll kill us from within. When I say whatever he say, I'm rocking with it. They'll say, but yeah, he said, I said, whatever he said, I'm rocking with it. And if I don't like what he said, I'm going to talk to him behind the scenes. You're not going to see, listen, you ever heard the notion of no one wins when a family feuds? They want us to feud in public.
Right.
So it's almost like we got to change the perception of us first. And then we do what we want, man. We got enough know-how to be. We know people, man, that can help us do what we're trying to do. But we need to stop thinking that it got to come from outside of us. We can do it. Like, we want them, but we don't need them. Because if we come to them like we need them, that's how they're going to treat us. Oh, y'all need this? No, bro. We just want to work with you. We can work with anybody. Because if we do it that way, Chatham County ain't going to get no better, man. And we know it's not. Gentrifying some of these, either we gonna do it or them same neighborhoods, they gonna gentrify them, they gonna push us out, and they ain't gonna let us back in. They gonna nah. So we need to do it for ourselves, man. And we get it's gonna be a tough task, but we got to be able to be a unified front. I think that's the best. That's the first step because YMCA's and stuff do work. I do agree with that, but if they know behind the scenes I got a problem with Jesus or I got a problem with Julius, they're gonna put me to, hey man, hey Julius running off and. But here's what. So we got to keep the main thing, because they use distractions to keep us from, you know how it goes. So if we can come together and we make a decision that we gonna do it, hey man, the sky's the limit. Because y'all know who need it, but we got to be a unified front first. Because without grown men deciding that it's gonna do it, man, they laugh at us. They smile at you, but they're gonna laugh behind it. They're gonna they ain't gonna do nothing. So we decided we're gonna do it, man, and just do it.
Yep, you're right. Like you said, everybody want the credit. Everybody want the credit, but nobody want to come together like how we used to come together in the 70s. It was the coaches and the parents. They all came together. That's why everybody grew up. It became something. That's why everybody had the love of sports, because there was people on outside of our family was looking out for us as well. So you're right, but now everybody want the credit. It's about a money thing. It's a political thing. Should be no reason why they shouldn't have funding for the YMCA or have funding, like Jesus said, to create something to get these kids off the street. And sports is the thing that'll get them off that streets.
But the thing is that we can't wait for that. We've been waiting since the 1970s. Mm-hmm. And it's 2022. And those same parks that you played on, they still look the same way it did when you was 12, 13 years old. And that's part of what Ben said. We got enough resources to create our own. I always tell these organizations, stop waiting on the city and county. Get your funds. Tell them what it costs to rent the facilities, and you go rent the facilities and you do what you want to do.
Yep. Or Rob, do it this way. Stop asking people that you don't want to work with you. Stop at, okay. Like if you told me you don't want to work with me, like I'm not coming to. Think about this. There is a college called Savannah State. No one's going over there. Like nobody. So all I'm saying is, why do I keep asking a dude that don't want to work with me? That way, when they see us doing what we doing, they can't stop it. Because right? They let us in there. And this thing gonna keep going this way. This thing is really positive. It ain't a gimmick. They're gonna come up with some type of fine print to get us out. No, go with somebody. Opio is a black man who is the athletic director at Savannah State. They went to Division II. They don't do nothing no more. Like when it was Division I, it was popping. They ain't like, because my thing is Savannah's too big, man, for us to be going to the same people. No, go to people who Listen, man, we need to go somewhere where we celebrate it, man, not tolerate it. No more of that.
Exactly.
No more of that, because YMCA's and all these different things, right? Look, we get our own YMCA. We can do it. This stuff ain't hard to get, man. It really, really ain't. But listen, when you get one building, that's ours for us, nothing else. Watch what happens. Watch what happens when we get a building to where Savannah got a lot of real estate down there, man. I think what happens is we get with the HBCU down there, the flagship HBCU. We get with people who are like-minded, and we just go with it. Because like I said, when people say, well, Ben, what y'all really doing this for? We ain't doing this for us. This ain't for me. You see what I'm saying? I'm not doing this to be seen. You just can see me. Like, I'm not doing this to be seen, but at the same time, we need to be bold with what we do. We don't got to be timid. They're going to talk anyway, right? They're going to have something to say. Oh, they think yes, we do. Why wouldn't we? Why would we think if they could do it, it would be done? They can't do it. They cannot do it. So I think the goal is for us to do it that way, man. We start utilizing our resources. And when the sheriff tried to bring his behind over there, I said, no, sheriff, man, this ain't that, man. This ain't no photo op. See what I'm saying? This ain't so I think that what starts happening with, listen, when certain people come through, see, I ain't from Chatham County, so you're gonna have to tell me who to look out for. I don't know who. See, I don't know that being that y'all will tell me though. I'm looking at the people on this call. We can do it, man.
Well, tell me why these clergymen are not doing anything. Hell, the clergymen got more power. They got more power.
Move on. We ain't got but 9 more minutes.
That's right.
9 more minutes. We're gonna move on. So the next topic is, why not us? The impact that Deion said, why not us? So Julius Hall, why not us? Deion said.
And I agree with Deion, because why not us? Just like Ben just got through saying, we can create these type of environments right here where we're at. We have stellar athletes. If they all stay here, they can make the people come to see them here. Savannah State can be that flagship HBCU. They won't even think of them as an HBCU no more. They're not going to think of Jackson State as an HBCU anymore, because Deion is there and he's bringing that type of talent there. So it can happen here. Why not?
I'm saying they're going to still think, because that's a part of the mission, being an HBCU. But so we go, Coach Rob DeLoach, why not us?
I've been saying that for years. Why not? We got to take a chance. A lot of us scared to take a chance. We scared of failing. And, when you go to war, you go with people that have a warlike mind. I'm not going to war if you soft, because I know you're going to get all us killed. So I'm on the front line, and everybody on this call is on the front line. And I've been saying, why not us? But we got a lot of people in the background saying, yeah, go ahead, Rob. Then you get out front. Oh, no, man, I ain't with that. Same thing. We've been out here for a minute. That's how the game goes. But we're going to keep pushing on. And just like this thing is connecting with all these dots, it's lining up. It ain't gonna be long.
All right.
And the next thing we're gonna be saying, Jesus, is what took so long.
Yeah. Been true.
Why not us? Because we got to get out of this crabs in the barrel, man. We got to quit worrying about, like, look. I don't got to agree with everything you do to work with you, man. I don't got to like everything you say to work with you. We act as if we got to agree, align all the way. We the only ones do that. I know people that can't stand each other, but when it comes to that work, they put it to the side. They can compartmentalize. Meaning, if we can come on here and say, look, I don't got to like everything about you, but I need you. Period. That's it. I don't got to like the way you dress, the team you root for, the church you go to. I don't care. I'm gonna work with you, because who else gonna do it? Like, it's not like it's a line. What a line is? Ain't no line. So we act like if we don't do it, somebody else gonna do it. I tell you what, if we keep on, they're gonna come in with the bulldozers and they're gonna push everything out. And then we're gonna have to watch our neighborhood go away. And guess who go with it? The people. They go with it too. So we better get on it, man. Clergymen, whoever it is, if they were gonna do it, they would have done it.
Exactly.
If they were gonna do it. So when we do it, guess what? You don't want them to do it because they control it if they do it. when we do it, when they go, hey, Jesus, can I? No, man, If only people coming here got a key. You got a key? No. Well, you can't come in because you wasn't letting us in over there. So when and it ain't personal, man. We just keep it business. We make a decision. We're gonna work with each other. We stay like this with it. No matter what, we stay like this. And if something is said, ask the person. Don't ask the person that told you they said it. Talk to the person. Because that's what so-and-so said. I ain't saying nothing bad about you till we start working together. Not being said, man, don't let the he say, she say keep us out of this thing, man. We all got stuff, but why not us, man? I agree. Why not us?
Coach Bernard Brown, why not us? Deion Sanders' impact.
You know what? I said this couple months ago, the way Deion had the impact, and you can see 32 NFL executive was in FAMU looking at these black players from the black colleges. 32 is that's the most ever. That's the most ever. So obviously, and I'm gonna pick it back on what Deion said. Deion always say, put up or shut up. He don't care about what people say about him. Like me, I don't care what people say. I've been doing this for over 20-something years, and I'm gonna do it my way. And if you don't like it, I really don't care. At the end of the day, all y'all say the same thing. We need to stick together, and we need to stop realizing that we are our worst enemy. Okay? And I'm gonna piggyback on something about Savannah, and it was an incident. Savannah, Georgia, some of the guys who's trying to, do the right thing and who try, they don't like outsider coming in thinking that we coming to take something. I'm not coming to take anything. I'm coming to help my community and make it better than what it is and make these kids have opportunity like we had opportunity. So we stop being like crabs in a bucket and come together and help one another. We shouldn't be saying, why not us? We should say, it's us. It's us. Case closed.
All right.
The other thing, I know we got a few minutes, but you guys got to remember, they didn't have an HBCU combine last year due to COVID. So, they raised hell about that. But this time around, Deion being the forefront, felt like, it was a great opportunity. So I'm glad to see that they came back, circle the wagon, and giving these young brothers a chance.
Right.
All right. So now we'll move on to this. The ban was lifted. Was it for Kyrie or was it for the Yankees? The ban was lifted. The ban was lifted. The ban was lifted. What do you say about that, Bernard Brown?
Hey, you know what? They had no choice. I think this would happen when they let Kyrie in the building with no mask on. Right, during that game they was playing, and they let him in the locker room or whatever. They say, okay, well, why are we banning him? And he can come in with no mask on, but he can't play. So they got together and said, you know what? Hey, it is what it is. And they did it for him. They did it for New York. They did it because it was just stupid. To me personally, it was just stupid, man. It was like, man, at the end of the day, even though we still in a pandemic, but people thinking, hey, we moving on with our life. If you look at baseball, football, basketball, how many people y'all can count with a mask on?
Well, I guess I'll throw it out there because I want to see what y'all thoughts were. What was said, it ain't had nothing to do with Kyrie. They didn't care about the mess at all. Y'all knew who it really was tied to. It was tied to Broadway and what them other teams up there. That billion. That's right. So the Yankees. So
let's do the math. Jesus, how many people sit in the basketball arena?
10,000.
How many sit in a baseball stadium? You got two professional teams. It's all about the dollar.
Yeah.
It got nothing to do with Kyrie. Don't give Kyrie that platform.
Yeah.
Oh no. And see, that's what I'm throwing out there. I want us to have a conversation because that was some people thinking that was tied to Kyrie. When it was like, folks like, no, that the mayor, the representatives from the Yankees talked to the mayor and the Mets and folks from Broadway. They went to him. And people think it's Kyrie. Kyrie just he got the crumbs. But it was about the Yankees, and that's why I say the Yankees got that much pull. That's why I just want to see y'all get y'all thoughts on that.
They got that kind of pull.
Yes, they do.
But they ain't gonna win. Hey, Yankees ain't gonna win. They don't care. They don't care whoever. They ain't gonna win no championship no more. Kyrie Irving them ain't gonna win no championship no more. So at the end of the day, they can change the law, kick the law, or whatever.
Never count the Yankees out. I don't like the Yankees, but never count them out. Their uniforms win games for them. They like Kentucky. They like Kentucky, the Kentucky basketball team.
Oh, please don't start with no Kentucky basketball, man. Oh my God.
Dude, pull your card out. Pull your card out.
So Ben, what's wrong with Kentucky basketball?
John Calipari.
You overdue.
Well, hold on. Here's the thought. Hold on. Most guys ain't never coached a number 1 overall pick. Most guys ain't never coached 2. He's coached 3 of them, and he got 1 chip. He got one chip. All I'm saying is, you had 3 number 1 overall picks, and you got 1 chip. St. Peter's is in Jersey City. Most people in New Jersey don't know what Jersey City at, man, and they put them boys out. I know where it is. I lived up there.
That's that toughness. That's what's going to beat North Carolina.
See, Ben Troop been around y'all too long. He's saying stuff to America. The comments made by Ben Troop is not the comments of Jamal Touré on Ebony Sports Reporters. We know Jersey people know what Jersey City is. We're not going to say no more. But we'll move on to the last topic.
That's a city in the house.
Mandating that you have to have a minority offensive coordinator. What's your thoughts on that? And we go to Ben Troop first.
I look at it like this, right? Sometimes progress ain't gonna come the way we like, right? But it is progress. But this is what I have a problem with it though. Why don't you let the black coaches in the league decide who's on the committee? Like, let them pick them. Because at the end of the day, it seems that the only way we're going to get anything is they have to mandate it. They got to make it a law or a rule. So if that's what it's going to take for us to get in, so be it. But this is what I want. I want a black person to buy the Denver Broncos. Until we get in the ownership booth, it ain't going to matter, man. It ain't going to matter.
All right. Sadly, we're going to go on to Coach Julius Hall. I'm too scared what he's going to say, and also Bernard Brown, but we're going to move on. Coach Julius Hall, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, it's a great first start. They should do it all the way till they get half of the NFL coaches should be hired African American also. Just think about it. Sports is what we do for this country, and we're their pastime. Football, basketball, baseball, whatever it is, it's a pastime for this country, and we do it well. So it's a great first start. That's all I have to say.
Coach Bernard Brown.
Yeah, I agree with what everybody just said. I mean, if they're good enough to what? If they're good enough to coach one position, they're good enough to be head coaches. Period. At the end of the day, what it is? One black head? What? 3 black head coaches in the NFL now?
It's 4.
4. Okay, 4. Out of how many teams?
32.
32.
30. Come on, And at the end of the day, when we was in high school, when we was in playing little league ball and everything, how many white coaches was out there?
None.
0.
Bingo. So they can coach us. They've been doing it all their life. That's all I got to say.
No. They benefit from us their whole life.
Yeah, right.
Because the whole thing about it is, listen, if my daddy's 6'5" and my mama's 6 feet, I'm gonna be 6'6". You benefiting from mama and daddy. Yeah. That's who you benefiting from. Everybody was shocked when Michael Jordan kids couldn't play basketball. Boy, you can't hoop. No.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You got your mama's athleticism. You ain't get it from your daddy. So all I'm saying is Bruce Arians understands if you want to win, you better surround yourself not just with players that look like this, but coaches that look like this too.
Yeah.
Because who's the best offensive coordinator? Eric Bieniemy. Who's the
Yep.
second best? Byron Leftwich. What they got in
Yep.
common? Former players, black men. All I'm saying is, man, it's just the truth. It ain't. It's just the truth. It's in the pudding. I tell you what. When the last time you seen a white cornerback? I'll wait.
Yeah.
That is quite racist. And again, to America, what Ben Troop just said, we do not go along with that.
Jesus. When's the last time you seen a white cornerback?
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago.
No. You know, this is the last one you seen. It was 2000. Jason Sehorn. He played for the Giants, and he got burnt so bad in the Super Bowl they can't even allow him to play cornerback no more. They play shortstop.
So Coach Rob DeLoach, we're going to you.
Hey man, nothing else need to be said.
Yeah.
But they had one for Kansas City. And every time they put him in the game, they run right by him.
Yeah.
And that's so fitting because we go to Coach Julius Hall, Kansas City, your team.
What are you saying about my team?
Oh, nothing.
I already answered this question.
No, I'm just saying, but he brought up Kansas City, so I know you wanted to say something about that.
Well, I got Detroit on today. This is Barry Sanders Day.
Ooh, that's legendary.
But okay, excuse me. All right, we're going to end with this right here. Giannis took out Joel. What's your thoughts on that? We're going to close it on now.
Giannis is the best.
You know what? I piggyback on Julius earlier. I haven't been watching the NBA. I'm so excited with these kids playing their butt off. Giannis and Joel. At the end of the day, they ain't gonna win it all anyway. So, Coach Rob, you can pick up on that.
Well, Giannis is the best basketball player in the NBA right now. He's the most athletic, unguardable player in the league, and he's still learning the game. Stay tuned.
All right. Ben True, what's your thoughts?
If Joel Embiid decided he want to be the best in the world, he gonna be the best in the world. If he decides I want to be the best in the world, he go and three things. I decide I want to be the best in the world. Learn how to play with my back to the basket, and stop shooting so many threes. Stop shooting threes. You are 7 feet. Like just
7'1". 7'1".
And the reason why I say it is this. Look, Shaq couldn't shoot, and he was one of the greatest. He couldn't shoot.
Yeah.
Not even free throws. Giannis, I do agree, super duper gifted. But if Joel Embiid decide, you know what, bro? I want to be the best in the world. Who gonna stop him? Like, who gonna stop him? I'm just saying, man. Joel is a bad boy, man. But every time I see him, he hanging out at the 3-point line.
We done, Jay.
Every time I see him, he out there like,
Steph Curry.
So I say to everyone from Philly, the comments made by Ben True are not the comments of Ebony Sports Reporters. Those are the comments. Philly, we love Philly here. We love Philly here.
Love Philly.
And so Julius Hall, we want to Giannis and Joel. And so there's nothing wrong with Joel taking the 3-pointers. There's nothing wrong with that.
The difference in those two is Giannis plays with a different intensity than Joel. Joel plays outside the paint. Giannis plays. Giannis, that's a commercial there. Giannis plays all over the court, and he knows he's a bad boy. Joel got to get that too. What you say, Ben?
Hey, listen, Coach Rob got that cup real. Jesus, like, Lord, I'm doing my best, these people. Hey, I will say this. You know what? This is what we got to do. You see how we have difference of opinion, but if it's rooted in respect, you can say whatever you want. Like, if I respect you, man, you can say whatever you want. When it comes to when you ask how do we do it, Jesus, we already doing it. You see this? This is a microcosm of everything else we want to do. That way, when people say, it's like this. If we treat each other as family members, you don't let people disrespect your family. You ain't going to let nobody just say whatever they want. So if people say, that's family right there, man. So we don't do that. I believe Savannah, Georgia needs us. And everything we do, all we got to remember one thing: always highlight Savannah State. Watch what happens. Just keep pushing it over there. Oh man, Savannah State, because I'm telling you, it has the ability to go away. If we ain't careful, Savannah State will go away. It will go. It will go. It will be gone.
Yeah, and we need to bring a local talent, just like Dion went to not being a local talent, but Dion went to Jackson State. If Lamar Owens was there and he had all of us pushing athletes there for him, you know, our nephews, our alumni, those star athletes at the schools that we went to, going to Savannah State where they could build a program, it would make a big difference also.
And to the world, the Patron, the tequila that is put out by Coach Rob DeLoach has nothing to do with Ebony Sports Reporters. This is what happened when you miss. They become remiss in their actions. They have just gone cool right now. And the producer, Julius Hall, enjoys this type of stuff. But I'm just letting you know, the responsible one here on the show is saying we don't condone it. Understand? We do not condone your alcohol. Listen. Oh my God, man!
I just know when he put it up there, when you saw the cup, you was like, "Oh Lord, he about." Listen, that red cup it signifies one thing. Ain't nothing going in here. It's right there at the bottom. It ain't got but that much in it. I don't fill this up, and I don't need but one cup either.
This has been Ebony Sports Reporters. I had tried to say, this is not the rabble dog America After Dark sports reporting show, but they are turning it into that. But I will still do what I can do. So again, we appreciate all y'all being here and checking us out. Share, but not the Patron. Not the Patron.
Oh, we don't share that no way. That costs too much.
Facts.
All right.
Julius Hall, you got anything to say as we leave it?
Good night. Stay tuned for our shows tomorrow. We got 4 action-packed shows tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all. Yes, sir.
Peace
I'm
out.
too frightened to see what's going to happen next week.
Stay tuned, Jamar. Hey,
good night, everybody.
Does not get any better than this, man. Peace out.
Peace.
I like that.